brought in, eventually we see the rise of the extremists. So the period from 1905 was the era of extremism. Why extremism? Because they were now believer in passive resistance, कि हम गवर्नमेंट के साथ कोऑपरेट ही नहीं करेंगे, जो मर्जी हो जाए. And the three tall leaders of this trend, it was Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra, as well as Aurobindo Ghosh. Aurobindo Ghosh is going to leave active politics once he is going to go to jail. उनका परिवर्तन हो जाएगा पूरा, and he is going to go to Pondicherry and start the Auroville Foundation. Spiritual हो जाएंगे एक साल के अंदर completely. Then we have the causes of the rise of extremism. क्या क्या causes हैं? Like number one is the failure of moderates to win any notable success. कोई ऐसा success नहीं है, सिर्फ थोड़ा बहुत changes हुए cosmetic, but कुछ success नहीं है. Second, we see famine and plague in 1896-97, and the steps taken by the British again during those times, they were completely draconian, like the Pune Plague Commission. Okay, the Pune plague spread, and they sent large number of villages were burned. Okay, because they thought हमारे पास कोई medicine तो है नहीं, there's only one way of stopping the plague, we should kill all the people in it. So such kind of steps were taken which were not liked by any of the Indian. The economic condition of the people became worse. Ill treatment of Indians in South Africa on the basis of the color of the skin, and plus we also see the rise of some of the Asian powers like Japan was able to defeat Russia. तो हमें भी वहां से थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया, इन्होंने कर दिया तो हमसे भी हो जाएगा. So we were also now going to become relatively more extremist on our viewpoint. And the immediate response, it was the policies of Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon passed the Calcutta Corporation Act, reduced the Indian control. Universities Act was passed, which made education under the control of the government. He also passed Sedition Act as well as Official Secret Acts, which reduced the freedom of all people. And finally, he partitioned Bengal. And when the Bengal was partitioned, this was bound to create a big reaction, and this reaction came in the form of Swadeshi movement. Again, this Swadeshi movement will be mostly led by the extremists. So if we see the extremists, what was the main objective? The main objective was to attain Swaraj. Swaraj was having different set of meanings for different set of people, but in general it was thought of like more of self-government. Okay. Then they had no faith in the British sense of justice and fair play. This is the first major change if we compare them with the moderates. Moderates were completely believing कि नहीं British अच्छे लोग हैं, हमारा काम कर देंगे, है ना, in the long run democracy आ जाएगी. They believe that political rights will have to be fought for. Nobody is going to give it to you, and आप खुश नहीं रह सकते ऐसे. Self-reliance, self-determination is something you have to fight for. The method they used, number one, it was passive resistance. That we are going to boycott all the government, courts, schools, सब कुछ हम boycott कर देंगे. Second, promotion of Swadeshi Indian goods and boycott of foreign goods, and finally introduction and promotion of national education. In fact, the most important thing that they believed in, it was self-reliance or Atma Shakti. Okay, they were a believer in self-reliance, that we should create parallel institution and make the British feel that we do not require them. हमें उनकी जरूरत है ही नहीं. Among the leaders, important personality like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he is considered as the real founder of anti-British movement, and he was given the title of Lokmanya. He also attacked the British with weekly of Maratha as well as Kesari. He was jailed twice by the British for his nationalist activity. In 1908, he was deported to Mandalay, came only around 1949. He also set up the Home Rule League in 1916, and the most famous, the most famous of his rights, he says that Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. And Lala Lajpat Rai, he is of the line of Punjab. He also had an important role in Swadeshi movement. He also fought against the British incessantly, and finally he received fatal injuries during the procession against the Simon Commission, and when he is going to die, in fact the avenge will be taken by Bhagat Singh. Then Bipin Chandra Pal, his career, he started as a moderate, later on his term became very extremist. He was having powerful writings. Then we have Aurobindo Ghosh, he was again an extremist leader. He was tried for the Maniktala bomb, the case, and later on he settled in the French territory of Pondicherry and focused only on spiritual activities. है ना, दुआ मांगी होगी एक बार यहाँ से निकल जाए, इसके बाद दोबारा नहीं आएंगे कभी. So this partition of Bengal, which we were discussing at the time of Lord Curzon, let us come back to it. So the partition was one of the biggest catalyst for India's national movement. In fact, the moderates used to say कि हम जो 20 साल में अचीव नहीं कर पाए, इस भाई ने 2 साल के अंदर कर दिया हमारे लोगों के लिए. क्यों? Because if he would not have divided the people along the lines of Hindus and Muslims, how would the first justified mass movement would have started? So that's why it is very important to remember that this step of Lord Curzon played a turning point in India's freedom struggle. Okay, that's you have to remember. From 1905 till 1947, the next 4 decades are going to be fast forward because of the partition of Bengal. And that is what is important. It gave a very strong point to the nationalists to come forward and fight against the British government. And in fact, this partition of Bengal was annulled in 1911. उसको हटा दिया था. Let us see. So if we see Curzon's motives, number one, he wanted to weaken the Bengali nationalism, sow discord between Hindus and Muslims, and demonstrate the British dominance. It was with this purpose the Bengal was divided. The date of the final division, it was 16th of October 1905, and this, according to Gandhi, marked a significant awakening in India, because till now the role of the common people was missing. Till now only the moderates were participating, they were negotiating against the British. But now the common people will come out on the street, and from here what do we see? A complete change in the psychology of the people. Okay, so we see the rise of Savdeshi as well as extremism. So for the first time we see an anti-partition movement morphed into the Savdeshi movement, advocating for self-reliance as well as boycotting British good. It was a very you can say extremist kind of an opinion. Then it was an aggressive approach resonated with younger nationalists. So younger nationalists now could become part of it. है ना, यंगर को इस सब में कोई लेना देना नहीं है कि काउंसिल बड़ा हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रिफॉर्म हो रहे हैं नहीं हो रहे हैं. आप ये बताओ कौन सी दुकान के सामने खड़ा होकर बोलना नहीं करने देंगे. So this is what young people are all about. They have energy. They need these kinds of venues where they could participate, pushing the movement beyond the moderate method, which was the previous established one. Dadabhai Naoroji, in fact, he was pressurized to endorse Swaraj, and in the 1906 session of Congress, and this eventually was going to lead to a divide among the moderates and the extremists. In fact, there is a very big story behind it. In 1906, the split could have easily happened at Calcutta. However, Dadabhai Naoroji was respected by both, and somehow उन्होंने कहा चलो ठीक है आप बन जाओ तो हम चल जाएगा हमारा काम. 1907, the session was initially in Nagpur. However, Nagpur area was the stronghold of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and that's why it was shifted from Nagpur to Surat. In Surat also, there was a fight over one thing, that Savdeshi should be restricted to Bengal because it's an internal part issue of Bengal, or should it be taken to the rest of India? The moderates wanted this. They wanted it should stay within the limits of Bengal, but the extremists said नहीं, पूरे इंडिया में इसको लेके जाना है हमें. And that's why the fight started, and in 1907 they fought for the president. Eventually the moderates, they were having the numerical strength, and the moment they won, Ras Bihari Ghosh, he won in 1907, and the moment he won, the fight started. Bipin Chandra writes it very beautifully that the session started, है ना, चप्पल जूता उन्होंने शुरू किया एक दूसरे की तरफ. The police came, shut down, and eventually it was the British who won. Why the British won? Because India was now going to see political pacifism for next many years. From 1907 till 1915, where we see the beginning of Home Rule League, these 7-8 years, it's the phase of political pacifism. जो British partition of Bengal से नहीं कर पाए, they were able to achieve it by the Surat split, and it was the internal problem which generated this outcome. It was not the British. So, and this is going to be a very major learning for Congress also. Congress could have got split in 1923, when after the suspension of non-cooperation movement, some of the people wanted to create Swarajist party, but Swarajist party remain apart within the Congress. Again, the split could have happened even at the time of the civil disobedience movement. However, it did not happen. Why? Because they had already learned from the Surat split that if we are going to split, who is going to win? British. Indian nationalism is going to become weaker as a result of that. That's why you should always remember that Swadeshi movement, the moment we see a split, it became leaderless and then it eventually died down. And from 1907, we do not see any major activity till the coming of the Home Rule movement. If you see the goal of this Swadeshi movement, it was a believer in economic self-reliance. They tried to weaken the British economic hold on India. They were believer in boycott of various institutions, office, court, school, all of them, and eventually promotion of indigenous goods as well as new schools and colleges were opened as an alternative to British run institution. We wanted to make them feel कि हमें तुम्हारी जरूरत नहीं है, चले जाओ अब, ना, leave us to ourselves. Massive participation for the first time. Government repression was equally harsh. Then the mixed success was there. What was the success? Even though we could not achieve complete economic independence, the movement increased national awareness and unity. Self-reliance became the major strength of Indians, and finally the British economic control was weakened. And this is going to be repeated time after time. Every time there is going to be movement, सबसे पहले क्या होगा? Foreign boycott. Foreign goods का boycott होगा. Achievements, what do we see? They were the first to demand Swaraj as a matter of birthright, involve the masses in freedom struggle, and finally they were the first to organize all India political movement. They were not able to achieve much other than this movement because after 1907, majority of these leaders, they were either in jail or they had gone to different places outside. Like Lala Lajpat Rai, he went to USA, and if you see, Tilak was taken to jail after that. So that's why none of them were able to create any massive impact after the movement. If we see 1906, the same year where we have the Swadeshi movement, we also have the foundation of Muslim League. Initially, Muslim League was not having a very independent kind of existence. It was a part of Muslim Educational Conference. उसी के अंदर ही उसकी meetings होती थी. Okay, and Nawab Salimullah of Decca, he proposed the establishment of such an organization, and the proposal was accepted, and finally on 30th of December 1906, All India Muslim League was brought in. Till 1910, it was having same meetings with the Muslim Educational Conference, and from 1910 onwards it became independent. Uska existence independent ho gaya. And similar to Indian National Congress, the Muslim League held annual sessions, and the demands to the British government went from one after. They received support from British, and the first major achievement was securing separate electorate, which will become part of Minto Morley reforms for Muslims, and that will happen in 1909. This was a major achievement for them. Why? This was for the first time we see a division of Hindus and Muslim. I hope you understand the meaning of separate electorate. It means that only Muslims can vote for the Muslim candidates. Hindus cannot vote. It does not mean that the candidate के basis पे नहीं है. Who can vote उनके उसके basis पे है. And this was bound to institutionalize communalism for the long run. Similar kind of pact was signed. It is known as Lucknow Pact. Lucknow Pact is important for two things. Number one, this was for the first time the moderates and the extremists again came back on the same page. Plus, they also signed a joint action again with the Muslim League, and Muslim League के साथ में उन्होंने accept कर लिया the principle of separate electorate. So that's why this Lucknow session is important for two things. One, the coming back of the moderates and the extremists, and the second one is the coming of, or the acceptance of separate electorate. Home Rule League. Now, Home Rule League is important. Why? Because during the First World War, the First World War starts in 1914, it continues till 1918, and the peace treaties were signed in 1919. During this phase, India was going through a phase of repression and suppression. India was governed by the act known as Defence of India Act 1915. तो उसके अंदर कोई भी अगर किसी भी टाइप की एक्टिविटीज में पार्टिसिपेट करते थे which were against the British interest, they used to put them in jail. So that's why at this point of time we have seen the coming back of Tilak. 6 साल जेल से बाहर आए थे, तो उन्होंने कहा था I am in favor of British war, मैं उसके अगेंस्ट नहीं हूँ, but what I want people to be educated. I want to just make them understand that what is home rule. Home rule means nothing but it is like a Swaraj again. So two people were important here, Annie Besant and that of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Bal Gangadhar Tilak formed, and they also divided their territory. Okay, the territory was divided. Half of the territory was under the control of Annie Besant and the other was in the hands of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The aim was very clear: achieve self-government for India within the British Empire, and second, belief in self-determination and India's right to utilize its resources. And strategies: cooperation with Indian National Congress and Muslim League, revival of Swadeshi movement, and third, increased participation of women national activity. Impact was, it again brought back the national movement into the fore, and they asked for the political reforms. In fact, all of you know, Annie Besant, she was put under house arrest, and finally when she was allowed to leave, then we see that one of the most famous declaration, Montague Declaration. This is a declaration I was talking about, where they said that politically minded Indians are our subjects. हमने उनको सिखाया है. And they said for the first time that self-governance is going to be our promise for the future. And whatever we are doing right now, it's in the direction of self-governance. They were always very ambiguous. कभी भी डायरेक्ट बताते नहीं थे कि सेल्फ गवर्नेंस 3 साल में दे देंगे, 5 साल में दे देंगे, वो कभी नहीं बताएंगे. That this is in the direction देखते जाओ हमारे साथ साथ, है ना, मिलती दिखती जाएगी तुम्हें. So that's why they were very, I would say, shrewd diplomats. They knew how to just puzzle up and how to divide. और जब तक अगली बात आती किसी तरीके से लोगों को डिवाइड कर देते कि कौन सी सेल्फ गवर्नेंस, हमने तो बात ही नहीं की. During the same time, when we have the political pacifism, we see the rise of revolutionaries. These revolutionaries were naturally wanted to have direct, complete independence for India. Their motto was not Swaraj, कि हमें स्वराज नहीं चाहिए. We are going to bring the British outside. Then first half of 20th century, we see the rise of these revolutionary groups. In fact, one of the earliest movement that became very famous, it was the 1897, where the Chapekar brothers, they assassinated Mr. Rand, who was the commissioner of Pune Plague Commission. Then we see the rise of various organizations. They were not satisfied with the methods of both moderate as well as extremists, and they started many revolutionary organizations. Let us have a look at that. Okay, like if you see Bengal, we see the rise of Anushilin Samiti, and there was a newspaper known as Yugantar. If we go towards Maharashtra, in Maharashtra we had Abhinav Bharat, led by Savarkar brothers. Madras Presidency, it was Bharat Mata Association. Punjab, again secret society led by Ajit Singh. London or outside, Shyama Krishna Verma as well as his associates. And USA, we see the rise of Ghazar Party, Lala Hardayal, who also tried to come to India, but this Ghazar movement failed. So these were the initial revolutionaries who were rising during the First World War.
Hi, a very good evening to all of you. I'm Vikas Elawat. I'm a former civil servant. I was able to crack UPSC twice. In fact, in 2018, I was able to get highest marks in history optional, and they were around 324. So this year, I'm coming up with a series which I'm calling Self-Study History Optional. इस series में 100 से ज़्यादा वीडियो होने वाले हैं, which are going to cover the different nuances of ancient, medieval, modern as well as world history. So those of you who are preparing for 2025, register करिए and try to get the maximum out of this specific initiative of ours. So at Prep Career IAS, we are producing results from last many years. 2023 में बहुत सारे टॉपर्स हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट से थे. 2022, 21 हर साल बहुत अच्छे टॉपर्स यहाँ से निकले हैं. And they have been able to get very good marks in history optional. So those of you who are thinking कि यार start करके कितना कर पाएंगे, कितना नहीं कर पाएंगे, we already have achievements with us. I was able to achieve, my students are achieving, and you can be the next. इन सेशंस में क्या होने वाला है? नंबर 1, विल बी फोकसिंग ऑन फाउंडेशन ऑफ बेसिक कंसेप्ट्स, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम व्हाट इज हिस्ट्री, व्हाट इज हिस्टोरिकल पीरियड, व्हाट इज प्रोटो हिस्ट्री, व्हाट इज प्री हिस्ट्री, बेसिक लेवल. ओके. सेकंड, अलाइनमेंट विद यूपीएससी सिलेबस. जितना भी हिस्ट्री ऑप्शनल का सिलेबस है वो 51 पार्ट्स में डिवाइडेड है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू अलाइन ईच एंड एवरी कंसेप्ट विद द सिलेबस इटसेल्फ. नंबर 3, वी आर गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन आंसर राइटिंग. ऑल ऑफ यू नो कि जो मेंस है वो ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं होता है, वो सब्जेक्टिव लेवल पे होता है, और आप सब लोगों को आंसर राइटिंग सीखना शुरू करना पड़ेगा, है ना. वी डू नॉट हैव टू मच ऑफ टाइम, तो स्टार्टिंग से ही आंसर राइटिंग शुरू करेंगे. एंड नंबर 4, द ओवरऑल पैकेज इज़ वेरी होलिस्टिक इन नेचर. तो अगर आप इसको अच्छे से कर लेते हैं तो जो बेसिक लेवल फाउंडेशन हिस्ट्री ऑप्शनल की वो कंप्लीट हो जाएगी. You are going to get many important things along with this. Okay, 100+ सेशन है, चारों पार्ट कवर होंगे। थीम वाइज सेग्रीगेटेड डायग्राम, फ्लो चार्ट, जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट एनसीईआरटी हैं, देखो अगर हम सारी एनसीईआरटी को कंबाइन कर दें एंशिएंट, मिडेवल, मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड ऑफ वेरियस बोर्ड्स ऑफ इंडिया, तो 25 से 26 एनसीईआरटी निकल के आती हैं। उन सबको हमने कोहेरेंट फॉर्म में डिज़ाइन किया है सो दैट यू कैन लर्न द बेस्ट फ्रॉम दैट। ओके, बिकॉज देखो हिस्ट्री में रिसर्चेस चलती रहती हैं। अभी तमिलनाडु की जो एनसीईआरटीज़ हैं दे आर मोर इंपॉर्टेंट इन कंपेरिजन टू द रीसेंट हिस्ट्री देन द प्रीवियस हिस्ट्री, जो कि आर एस शर्मा वगैरह, सतीश चंद्रा या फिर बिपिन चंद्रा ने लिखी हैं। दैट्स वाई वी आर कवरिंग ऑल द एनसीईआरटीज़ एंड दैट्स वाई 100+ सेशंस हो जा रहे हैं टोटल मिला के। देन 30+ वैल्यू एडेड आपको डॉक्यूमेंट मिलने वाले हैं, डेडिकेटेड आंसर राइटिंग सेशन मिलेंगे, जूम सेशंस भी करेंगे बाद में, ताकि आप लोगों की जितनी भी डाउट्स हों विद रिस्पेक्ट टू लर्निंग दे कुड बी सॉल्व्ड। ओवरऑल जो है आपको क्लास की पीपीटीज मिलेंगी, कंसेप्ट लिस्ट मिलेगा, पीवाईक्यूज, जितने भी पीवाईक्यूज हैं उनको अच्छे से हमने डिज़ाइन कर दिया ताकि आप सब उनको अच्छे से पढ़ सकें। माइंड मैप मिलेंगे पूरे सिलेबस के, वर्कबुक और लर्निंग असाइनमेंट्स मिलेंगे एंड सेल्फ असेसमेंट टेस्ट, सो दैट वंस यू लर्न समथिंग तो साथ में उसको एटलीस्ट इवेल्युएट भी करना चाहिए ना कि भाई हमें कुछ समझ में आया भी है, नहीं आया, एटलीस्ट जितना रिक्वायर्ड है वहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं या फिर नहीं पहुँचे हैं। तो आपको करना क्या है, वट वी नीड टू डू दैट, सबसे पहले आप रजिस्टर कर लीजिए, ठीक है। आपको एक स्पेसिफिक गूगल शीट मिलेगा, उसमें आप रजिस्टर कर लीजिए। देन एज ऑल ऑफ अस अंडरस्टैंड हर किसी के पास लिमिटेड स्लॉट्स हैं, तो आपको एक स्पेसिफिक कॉल आएगा एंड दैट इज समथिंग विच वी आर कॉलिंग एट स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस। बिकॉज अगर हमें आपको ये सारी सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करनी है, द नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स विच वी कैन हेल्प दे आर ऑलवेज लिमिटेड इन नेचर। सो अकेडमिक काउंसलर इज गोइंग टू कॉल यू, दे गोइंग टू हेल्प यू और दे गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है। हो सकता है आप कॉलेज के फर्स्ट ईयर में हो, सेकंड ईयर में हो, थर्ड ईयर में हो, और यू मे हैव ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर सम टाइम एंड यू आर नॉट गेटिंग द डिजायर्ड रिजल्ट, तो इसलिए हमें स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस चाहिए होगा। एंड फाइनली ऑन द basis of this you're going to get the benefit of this program.